Well, hello, good afternoon, and welcome to a scorching hot Stade de 26 Mars here in Bamako, the Malian capital, for this first leg from the third round of the African World Cup qualifiers here. A reminder that the winner of this two-leg tie guaranteed a place in Qatar at the end of the year. And for Mali, well, it would be an historic occasion. The only team of the 10 in this round of the competition yet to have made an appearance at a World Cup proper. Well, temperatures nearing 40 degrees out there, thankfully low on humidity, but also high on heat in the stands. This stadium absolutely packed to the rafters with the Malinese supporters out in force today and determined to roar their team to an historic result here. A reminder that Mali got to this stage unbeaten in their group stage. 5 wins and a draw, finishing 7 points ahead of Uganda. And they're up against Eagles of Carthage side, Tunisia, who somewhat stuttered in their qualifying group, up against Equatorial Guinea, who went on to surprise many, it must be said, at the recent Africa Cup of Nations. Tunisia themselves had a disappointing campaign in Cameroon, scraped through the group stage, pulled out an absolute shocker of a result against Nigeria in the last 16, and then stumbled out to Burkina Faso 1-0 in the quarter-finals, resulting in a change of coach for them. Monder Kabaya sacked, his assistant coach Khalil Kadri taking over the reins, at least for the moment. Perhaps we'll see how he does in this two-legged affair to see if he continues in that job through the rest of the year. Plenty of Tunisians in the crowd as well, of course. Big game for both sides. A reminder that the second leg of this game takes place in Tunisia on Tuesday. It'll be at the Stade Hamadi Agrebi in Tunis. But Tuesday seems an awfully long way away right now. Thankfully, some of the fans have found some shade in that part of the stadium. There's good paintwork there as well. Well, these are two teams that have become quite, shall we say, familiar with each other. They met in the group stage at the Africa Cup of Nations earlier this year. A, shall we call it, controversial 1-0 win for Mali, the result there. A couple of small issues with the timekeeping for the referee on that occasion. Tunisia, though, still able to pick themselves up and qualify from that group, courtesy of a 4-0 win over Mauritania in their second group game. The 3 points they got from that match, enough to put them through as one of the best third-place teams. Out come the flags, followed by the teams. Veritable cauldron of noise here. And the rather suspicious sound of the vuvuzela as well, echoing around the ground. Oh, the pitch is looking good out there. The first leg of this third round qualifier between Mali and Tunisia. Tunisia coming into this game with a new coach, Khalil Kadri, and without their captain as well, Wahib Khazri, injured last week, out with a muscle injury. He will be missing from these ties A huge loss for Tunisia, the experience of their captain. Mali, meanwhile, going for a first ever World Cup qualification. The Eagles have come close in the past, especially with that golden generation maybe 20 years ago. Never quite made it to the big show, though. But now they have a young and exciting squad. A coach who really knows how to mould them into a really attractive team. And this perhaps their best chance for years to make it to a World Cup. And certainly given their relative performances in the last year or so, you might have Mali as a marginal favourite over this two-legged tie. Although the second leg will be in Tunis, which would normally give a slight advantage to the team set playing at home second. But that remains to be seen. It all really comes down to the result here. But you have to think that Mali need to win here this afternoon. Tunisia unbeaten on home turf in World Cup qualifiers since 2008.
Mesdames et messieurs, veuillez accueillir les équipes du Mali et de la Tunisie.
Just hear the stadium announcer announcing the teams. There are some of the substitutes on the Malian bench. The anticipation, the tension palpable as today's officials make their way to the pitch. Our referee, Bamlaka Tasema Wayesa from Ethiopia. Here come the Tunisians. Quite a reception for them. The Mali side already out on the pitch.
Mesdames et messieurs, veuillez vous lever pour l'exécution des hymnes. À présent, l'hymne national de la Tunisie.
Now, the national anthem. Starting with defenders of the homeland, the anthem of Tunisia. And now, the anthem of the Mali. Fantastic atmosphere here then at the Stade van Sismas, just the day before Martyrs' Day here in Mali. 31 years ago, the overthrow of the previous oppressive regime celebrated in the name of this stadium. The familiar face of Tassema Wayesa there. Flanked by his linesman and the fourth official for today, as the captains swap pleasantries there on the centre line. VAR is in action today with some Spanish expertise brought in for this one. Have a quick look at the Mali side. Yves Bissouma of Brighton coming in. But the big news for them is the inclusion of Abdoulaye Doucouré in midfield, finally declaring for Mali, having said only just a couple of years ago that he wanted to play for France under Didier Deschamps. But now he has a chance to go to the World Cup with his home country, Mali, having played for France in the youth categories. Tunisia, well, the big news for them, the new coach, Khalel Kadri, taking over from Mondher Kebaya after their shock exit, really, against Burkina Faso in the Africa Cup of Nations. But also without their captain, Wabi Kazri, out with a muscle injury. A big miss for the Eagles of Carthage. So the atmosphere is white hot off the pitch, white hot on the pitch. Mali against Tunisia. Mali looking for a first ever World Cup qualification. Tunisia with a new coach and without their captain. And it's Tunisia in the all-red strip, kicking from right to left here, taking the early possession. Plenty of bite in the Mali midfield, though, and a chance here on the counter-attack down the right-hand side. Here's Hadara, but he can't wrap his foot around that one. Ball sailing off towards the athletics track there. Jittery-looking start, it has to be said, for Tunisia in that first little round of possession. Mali showing their eagerness to attack. They have to get a positive result here, Mali, to have any chance of qualifying for a first ever World Cup. Tunisia's recent form has been patchy, to say the least. One win in their last 6 competitive fixtures. And while they may have scored 5 goals in those 6 fixtures, 4 of them came in a 4-0 win over Mauritania in their second group game at the recent Africa Cup of Nations. The one time, really, that the team clicked. The other goal coming in their shock 1-0 win over Nigeria in the last 16. Really, the Nigerians were hotly fancy to go deep into the competition. But you always get shocks in the Africa Cup of Nations, and you get shocks as well in World Cup qualifying. Ali Maloul gets the ball in, and there's a chance here just on the edge of the area, but the ball just couldn't quite be gathered by Ben Rumdane. A chance to build again from midfield. Chip down the right-hand side, nicely brought down. There's the overlap, not used. Doing well to keep possession here is Sliti. And that's the first corner of the game for Tunisia. Good covering tackle from Yves Bissouma. Brighton and Hove Albion midfielder. We're going to have the in-swinger from Malul to the near post. Poked away for a second corner by Ibrahima Kone. The danger man for Mali there, the number 9, doing a bit of defence at the moment. This second corner taken short, doesn't come to anything, but they do get a throw in here, Tunisia. Just decide to slow things down just a little there. Sleety looking for the 1-2, but instead it's a deflected cross, claims for a handball, nothing given. The ball hacked clear by the Mali defence. Malul, I think, also trying to claim something, asking the referee to speak to his VAR officials. Nothing given, though. There is Khalel Kadri. Actually really impressed, didn't he, at the Africa Cup of Nations when Kabaya, the previous coach, was out with COVID for that game against Nigeria. That 1-0 win, arguably their best performance at that tournament. It's a little bit bitty in midfield at the moment. No one really able to take control. That's a huge throw there. And on the overlap, Diaby, space on this near side. Checks back onto his left foot, deflected cross. Hacked clear, and it's picked up by Msakni, who wins himself a throw. Diaby couldn't quite get the delivery there, having made space for the cross. So looking at the early play here, there seems to be plenty of life in the pitch, a bit of an aggressive bounce here and there. Remember, it is hot out there, nearly 40 degrees. Fortunately, humidity appears to be quite low, a dry heat, not quite so oppressive. Ball chipped in over the head of Kone. Little tug of the shirt there, doesn't manage to put Dorgel off. Mali will have the throw. This the 13th meeting of these two sides. Mali with 5 wins, Tunisia 6, just the 1 draw since the original meeting back in 1967. Low ball, looking for the run of Jaziri, leading the line today in the absence of their usual captain. Big responsibility for him. That move breaks down, though. Kouyaté plays the ball out to Herrera. Miscontrols it for a moment, gets away with it. Puts his foot on it and tries to slow things down. A little bit of composure required here. That's not the best of balls out of defence either, and it goes out for a Tunisia throw. Quickly picked up by Msakni. Khadouni. Malul. Blocked off, though, by Herrera. Long throw into the box. Headed away for a throw, and you can see there the way the ball is bouncing. This pitch very firm underfoot. Mohamed Magasuba oversaw the team's progress at the Africa Cup of Nations. Looked so impressive in the group stage, did Mali. 2 wins and just that 1 draw against surprise package Gambia. Game of 2 penalties. Game of 2 VAR decisions, in fact, for those 2 penalties as well. Tunisia trying to get some interplay going through the centre there, but Jaziri unable to get onto the end of that last pass. But Mali at the moment just do look a little bit nervous in front of their home fans. To say, a 50,000 seater stadium, this it looks pretty full to me. Fantastic atmosphere being created as well. Well, Dorgel goes down. He's looking for the free kick, but does win a throw. Medara. It's all backwards for Mali at the moment. Good press from Tunisia. Mali haven't found a way to pass their way through midfield yet. Long ball over the top. Kone can't get to it. Picked up in midfield by Tunisia. There's space over on that far side now. Sliti cuts inside one. Left-footed cross to the far post. Well claimed, though, by Ibrahim Munkoro. Poor pass at the back from Tunisia, inviting pressure onto themselves. Dorgel waits for the support to come. Here it is as well on the left-hand side. Deflected cross. Eventually stabbed out for a throw. Both teams be conscious of not giving anything away early doors here in Bamako. Stakes could hardly be higher. Place at the World Cup being played for. Well, attempted run down the far side there by Dorgel, blocked off though by Dreget. Nottingham Forest right back. Bitty in midfield, congested, long ball over the top, but there's no one there. They'll go all the way through to Munkoro. Real zip to the Mali passing just yet. We saw at the Africa Cup of Nations, but when they do get their passing together, they can cut sides to pieces. Bissouma. This ball out to Cheik Traore, number 17 right back. First cap for him since 2019. Big moment for him. Let's hope the Dijon defender can cut the mustard today. Bissouma gets his foot into that one, but can only put the ball out for a Tunisia throw. Dreget just taking his time. Some Tunisian players certainly won't be quite so used to the heat. There's some of their Malian counterparts. A ball over the top, well covered by the two central defenders. Picked up by Hedara, the Red Bull Leipzig defensive midfielder, key anchor for this Eagles side. Again, Tunisia come up with the ball in midfield. Ben Ramdane goes on a run, wants the foul, gets nothing from the Ethiopian referee. There's a long ball over the top, invites Ibrahim Kone, and he picks up from a poor touch from the defender. But Maloul comes in to save Tunisian blushes. The ball adjudged not to have gone out. In fact, it had gone out eventually, say the officials. Be a Tunisian throw. No real shape to the game as yet. Al-Jaziri winning the header, but there was no one making a run beyond the Zamalek striker. Doucouré making his long-awaited Malian debut. Number 11. Space on this near side now. Traoré. Diaby cuts back onto his left foot, runs into the defender. And Ledaouni somehow scrambles the ball clear down the line from Maloul. Jaziri gives away a free kick. Sissoko going down under pressure. Through ball, well cut out, and then the foul given away. Ledaouni anchoring that Tunisian midfield well so far. Tried to play his way out, went down under slight pressure. Ball bobbling around a little bit. There's a long ball over the top, just a little bit too much juice on it for the run of Msakni. Playing on the left side of the front three. They expect him and Naim Sliti to chop and change between the two of them. Msakni over on the right-hand side to start the game. Usually likes to play on the left as the Al Arabi winger, but number 7 currently out on the right, but those two certainly interchangeable. Sissoko tries to invite Jaziri onto him. Tunisia dropping very deep. Everyone but Jaziri behind the ball at the moment. Ball over onto this far-hand side again. Cheik Traoré looks to take on his man, goes past Maloul. But the touch just a little bit too heavy. Out for a goal kick. Certainly the majority of the Mali attacks coming down this right side, the near side as we're looking at it so far in the opening 16 minutes of this match. This time a loose touch from Msakni gives Mali the throw. A chance to build in the Tunisia half. Just sense the nerves here from some of the Mali players. Nice turn from Bissouma though. Finds a run of Haidara. Haidara under pressure, turns away from two players. Space over on the far left-hand side. Ignored so far. Wonderful slaloming run. Shot though into the hands of the keeper from Abdoulaye Diaby. There's an opportunity to spread the ball wide on that left-hand side. Not taken though. Diaby had that ball completely under control. First real spark from the number 18. Plying his trade with Al-Jazira. Good work from Ledaouni there. Using his strength to turn his man. And an important interception from Sissoko. There were two players running beyond the centre-back. Couldn't tell you if they were onside or not. And now another chance, bit of space opening up on the left-hand side. Dorgel. Dorgel checks back. He's got two players there for company. Stout defensive work, but the free kick given away by Tunisia. Unnecessary. They had three men on two there, everything covered. Now a chance for Mali to really turn up the heat. Here the fans getting behind their side as well. Just a little tug of the shirt from Ben Rumdane. Didn't need to do that. Two-man wall. At least 5 or 6 Mali players waiting for the delivery in the box. It'll be the left foot of Hedara. Needs some quality on this one. Some pace and whip. Six players waiting in the box. Whips in. Kone couldn't quite beat his man in the air. Nicely taken down, and a corner one for Mali. Good control from Dorgel. He's shown well on his return to the side after a 3-year absence. Over on that left-hand side. Amadou Hedara. In swinging corner. Nice delivery, headed away at the near post though. Nice first touch from Dorgel. Chance for Mali to quickly get back on the attack. Here's Yves Bissouma. Tries a couple of step overs. Cheer from the crowd. But then lost in midfield by Doucouré. Doucouré chasing back. And a little tug of the shirt of Ben Rumdane. Gives away the free kick. Abdoulaye Doucouré, 29 years of age, making his international debut for Mali today. Tried to turn his man, ran into trouble. Let's just say that's a foul that maybe had to be made. The referee making sure the Tunisian players wait for the whistle. Naim Sliti, the Al Etifik attacking midfielder, thinking about taking this one right-footed. They got a left-right combo over the ball. Just keeps the defenders guessing. 6 men around the edge of the area, waiting for the delivery. Nkura tries to organise his defenders. Approaching the midway part of this first half here in Bamako. Curled in, left-footed to the near post. Well, Sakni goes down. Wanted a penalty, nothing given by the referee, and there's a chance here on the counter-attack. That can be picked up by Dorgel. But it's a foul as he tries to play the ball. Shalili. Just nudged at the wrong moment. The referee intimating there that he felt that the Tunisian player made rather the most of that. Yes, there was a foul, but certainly not as bad as it looked, and it looks like we're going to have a much-needed water break here midway through the first half. So the heat getting up towards 40 degrees. Player welfare, thankfully these days, a lot more important than it was in the past. El Malul. It's fine, obviously. Inviting Montasir Talbi to come over and take the free kick. Bissouma has had some nice touches in the opening 20 minutes or so. Malou turns out of trouble. Nearly placed Talbi into trouble, but he regains his footing, but that's a poor pass out. That's not quite well controlled by Dorgel. Loses that slight advantage he had. Keeps possession, though. Bissouma looks up, thinks about the shot. Just past the upright. Oh, the Brighton midfielder having a sighter there. It was an unlikely angle. He had a little bit of space, pulled the trigger, and that really wasn't far wide of the upright. Vicious dip on that as well. I think Bashir Ben Said happy to see that one go wide. Tunisia playing their way into trouble at the back again. Well, linesman won't be popular making that decision. It's the right one, though. Lovely turn by Jaziri. Well, Sissoko, I think, clipped the Zamalek striker from behind. He's gone down a second time here. Don't like to see that waving of the imaginary card, though, from Jaziri. Jalal Kadri looking a little bit tense in the Tunisian technical area. And all being encouraged to get on with it by the referee. Eventually does, it's a good ball in, but a poor first touch, and the ball runs all the way through to Munkoro. Chance for Mali to build from the back. Bissouma makes a run down the left, gets the ball in a tiny bit of space. Runs out of possession, and then the foul goes Tunisia's way. In fact, now we're going to have the official drinks break. So the previous drinks was just for a foul. Now the official drinks break as the clock continues to tick over. Hot work out there. Cold cloths to the heads as well, just to lower temperatures. I think Tunisia will be pretty pleased with how they've gone so far. Just a couple of flash points for Mali in attack so far, but by and large they've managed to keep the hosts at arm's length. This is a game that you feel Mali really need to win today. Tunisia, you'd think, would be happy with the draw. It's a reminder that away goals still count double in the event of a draw over two legs in World Cup qualifying, unlike, for example, in the Champions League. Certainly in Europe, anyway. The referee waves the players back on. An impressive stadium here. Not an empty seat in the house. Mohamed Dreguet gets us back underway. Gandri, all the way back to Said. Said goes long. Headed away by Kuyate. Headed back into the danger area. A little bit of aerial ping-pong going on at the moment. Headed out of danger by Talbi. Well picked up by Draguet. Tunisia play their way out of trouble now. Through midfield, ball chipped over the top, looking for the run of Jaziri. Again, cut out. A hopeful ball looped up front, but no one really there to pick it up. But now is Diaby. Nice little cross, and the shot comes in, and another one whistles past the upright. Snapshot from the edge of the area. Konya went down, thinking there was contact. Oh, well, there was a little bit of contact just after the shot. Not enough to interest the VAR operators, though. Beshir Ben Said looks for his options, decides to go long. Puts his foot through it as we approach the half-hour mark. Strong header from Kuyate. Helped on by D'Angel. Lost in midfield. Well played from Ben Romdane. Kuyate has to come across and stop the run of Sliti. Bustling, diminutive number 23 for Tunisia there. Yeah, tackle doesn't quite come off, but it goes all the way back to the halfway line. Tunisia trying to be patient. Maloul. A bump from behind from Diaby. As Khledouni goes down under contact. Space in midfield here for Chalili. Then well, it looked like it was going to be a poor ball, well kept in by Maloul as a long ball goes over the top, but way too much juice on that one. Munkoro happy to see that go out of play, but not quite clicking in the final third for Tunisia at the moment. Not really for either side, to be fair. Mali just edging possession at the moment, but not by much. Their passing has been quite a bit more accurate, though, so far. Completion rate up at 85% compared to around 65% for Tunisia. Just managing to keep the passes a little bit shorter by and large at the moment. Nice turn from Haidara, but no space. Good defensive shape from the Eagles of Carthage so far. Poor throw in, the ball given away, and Tunisia now on the break here. They've got a 3-on-3. Big chance this. Nice pass onto the right-hand side. Ball across goal. Good save by Munkoro. Ben Romdane with the shot. The ball comes in and headed out for a corner. Romdane, well, he had options there. He did have Msakni on this near side, but probably being covered. Good low shot. Trying to beat the keeper at his near post. This will be a corner now for Tunisia. That was their best chance of the game so far. Can they build on that momentum now? Kone again defending the near post. Kamali. Sleety with the corner, goes for the far post. The keeper comes for it, gets something on it. Also gets himself a free kick. Shaziri not looking particularly happy with that decision. Tunisia, I think, trying to avoid pressing too high up the pitch. It's just too hot for that. Lofted ball, looking for the run of Kone, but headed away by Gandri. Bissouma gets his foot in, can't quite get on the end of the touch back to him. Edara winning the header. Crowd not liking the throw going Tunisia's way. Edara in conversation with our referee from Ethiopia. Oh, that's the foul coming in on Edara. It's Masadio Edara, the right back, not Amadou, the number 4 in the centre of midfield. Worth noting that Mali unbeaten in 90 minutes at least in their last 11 competitive games, 8 wins and 3 draws in that run. As well to make space, Edara. It was to Bissouma. Decore. Edara again. Shot down after the ball went there, nothing given by the referee. Malou checks and makes space, good run from Msakni, but his touch doesn't quite go to Naim Sleety. Does well to chase across and force a throw. Challenges coming in fast and furious so far in this first half, as you'd expect in a huge game. This first leg of the final round of African World Cup qualifying. Oh, and it's an own goal! An absolute disaster for Mali. The back pass with too much on it from Moussa Sissoko, the Standard Liège defender with his head in his hands. Being consoled by Ibrahim Munkoro, but out of nothing. Absolutely nothing. Tunisia take the lead. A rush of blood to the foot there for Moussa Sissoko. The young central defender will be disconsolate. Have a look here. He's pointing for the ball to go out into midfield. Receives it in plenty of space here. Too much on it to the side of the keeper. A disastrous way for Mali to give up the lead, and Tunisia now, well, in the box seat, 1 up away from home. They've got that precious away goal. 36 minutes in. Well, space on this near side now. Ibrahim Kone couldn't quite find Dorgel. An opportunity there for Mali to strike right back. Just a little bit more on that from Kone, and that might have been on a plate. So important now for Mali to try and get something before half-time, to get back on level terms. In swinging corner to the far post, headed back across goal and just over the crossbar. Big bounce off the turf. I think Beshir Ben Said had that covered though from Yves Bissouma. Corner avoiding the defenders. Side, I think, reacting a little bit late to that one. Nearly embarrassed. Not as embarrassed as his opposite number. Flick on, headed away. Shaziri goes down looking for the free kick, nothing given, but the ball given away in a dangerous area here. Played in onto the edge of the area. Here's Shaziri. Looks for support, finds it. Ledowny, still Ledowny, eventually tackled. And in fact, the free kick goes against the Tunisian midfielder. Long ball over the top looking for Kone, but every time they go long looking for the number 9, there's at least 2 Tunisian defenders on him. He's going to struggle to make any headway there. Oh, this young Malian squad. It's all about the reaction now, and they've given the ball away cheaply. And here's Shaziri. Shaziri going through, and he's gone down. Was there even a challenge there from Sissoko? The referee says there was, and it's a red card. Moussa Sissoko, moments after giving away the opening goal with an own goal, has the red card go against him. Shaziri was in behind, running into the area. Referee says there was contact and he's got to go. Clear goal-scoring opportunity there for Tunisia. And the young Standard Liège defender has been sent off. I think that was the referee just saying there'd been a VAR check, which obviously the Mali players were calling for. Well, you have to say, for Sissoko, I think the occasion has been just a little bit too much for him. We'll have a look here. It's hard to see where there's been any contact. Hear the reaction from the fans as I think they saw the replay on the big screen. Same as we just did. Any contact, certainly minimal. This could be Mali's World Cup dream going up in smoke here in the first half in Bamako. Nkoro still arguing with the referee. The Mali players making their feelings felt as well. Well, Mali have to somehow hold on to half-time, get some wise words from their experienced manager, Mohamed Magasuba. Now, Sliti looks like he fancies this one. Ben Ramdane is there as well. Say it looks like it's the angle is just right for the right footer. Plenty of space in that top left corner as well, being left by Nkoro, hoping his wall does the job. No sweeper there either, worth noting. Sliti composes himself, whips it in, but over the bar and out for a goal kick. Well, the entire game has turned in just a 3-4 minute passage of play. Moussa Sissoko back passing the ball into his own net to make it 1-0 for Tunisia, and then sent off for a challenge on Jaziri as he raced through on goal. Just 3 minutes later, Mali now a goal down and a man down, and they're going to need this 50,000 crowd to give them everything they've got now in the rest of this match. They have to get back on level terms before travelling to Tunis on Tuesday for the second leg. And Tunisia now with the space in midfield. Something we haven't seen really in the first half, which has been so tight and cagey by and large. Jalili. Space on the right for Sliti. Safety first for Tunisia now. They'll take the 1-0, but you think question for Jalel Kadri and his side is going to be, do they press and try and get a second goal now that they have the one-man advantage? Mali will still be dangerous on the counter-attack if they push too much forward. Talbi from Maloul. Ball in for the run of Jaziri, but not the best of first touches from the Zamalek striker this time. Oh, a miscontrol at the back there. Dorgel stabs it out to the left for Hedara. Yves Bissouma under pressure. Foul goes at Mali's way, and maybe a chance here to just on the stroke of half-time. This would be a big moment for Mali. 2 minutes of added time at the end of this first half, which after a relatively slow beginning has burst into action. Ball, well, bodies go tumbling in the area. Missed by Diaby in the end, though. Easily picked up by Said. Poor clearance kick from Said there, has to be said. There's Hedara, threads one down the line for Kone. Ibrahim Kone has struggled to make his presence felt. Well, he makes his presence felt on Ali Maloul this time. Hasn't had a lot of support up top, it has to be said. Ibrahim Kone. This is just in his first 10 international games, 11 international goals for the now Lorient striker. Earned that move after his performances at the Africa Cup of Nations. Three goals in his first 7 games for the second-tier club in France. So I beg your pardon for the team struggling to avoid relegation to the second tier in France. Moments to go to the break. Tunisia taking their sweet time over everything now, I think. They'll be very happy to get to the break with a 1-goal lead and a 1-goal man advantage as well. Given away in midfield by Bissouma, couldn't get the ball under control. And the referee brings the first half to a close. The home fans unhappy, the home players unhappy. But the Eagles of Carthage will be absolutely delighted. 1-0 up at the break. The Moussa Sissoko own goal, a bizarre one, it has to be said, 36 minutes in. The same Standard Liège defender then sent off 3 minutes later for a professional foul on Seferdine Jaziri as he raced through on goal. He was the last man to despite the protestations from the Mali players and coaches. VAR did not overturn the referee's decision. It's really burst the balloon, really, of the 50,000 or so fans packed into this Stade Van-Sismas Stadium. There are the first half statistics. Mali edging possession and shots, and really the quality of possession in the final third as well. The important one. There's a little statistic on down on the bottom left-hand side of your screen there. The red card for Moussa Sissoko. Moments after scoring the own goal. 21-year-old, perhaps failing to deal with the white-hot atmosphere on and off the pitch here in Bamako. Well, in the first half there were a few chances. There were few and far between. The Naim Sliti cross here, easily claimed by the goalkeeper. Mali occasionally sparks into action. Diaby with a wonderful slaloming run here. Didn't quite produce the finish to match the build-up play. Easily taken by Besho Ben Said. Yusuf Msakni went down looking for a penalty there, nothing given by our referee. Another opportunity put up here. Diaby again involved. Basuma curling that one just past the upright from the edge of the area. The keeper was getting absolutely nowhere near that. Which is probably the best chance that Tunisia made in that first half. But, Ben Rondane firing a shot straight at Ibrahim Munkoro. There's another angle there. Good save low down at the near post from the TP Mazembe stopper. Here was the moment that broke the game, really. At the bottom of your screen, Moussa Sissoko received the ball here, stabbed it past his own goalkeeper. The young Standard Liège defender buckling under pressure. Could the keeper have done more to keep that one out? Well, maybe this angle will show us a little bit better. Just don't think he was expecting it. Could maybe have stopped it, but of course he couldn't use his hands, or it would have been a free kick. It was then this headed chance which bounced over the bar for Mali just moments later. It was just wide as well, we see from that angle. Then, well, a bad day got worse for Moussa Sissoko. It's a free kick over the top of the bar the incident which we have not been shown, which was of Moussa Sissoko being sent off. And so it's Tunisia 1-0 up at the break here, and a man up as well. Plenty to do for Mohamed Magasuba's men in the second half. Welcome back to the Stade de 26 Mars here in Bamako, the Malian capital. It's the first leg of the third and final round of African World Cup qualifiers. Mali against Tunisia, and it's the visitors 1-0 up at half-time. Some hard discussions to be had in the Mali dressing room, I'm sure, during the break. Musa Sissoko giving away a bizarre own goal and then getting sent off all in the space of, what, 3 or 4 minutes. We may have some changes coming from the coach, Mohamed Magasuba. Mamadou Fofana coming on. Musa Janepo as well. The Southampton winger Musa Janepo, the number 19, also coming on. Looks like Ibrahima Kone is also off for Adama Traore. And we're underway then in this second half. The ball immediately given away by Mali in their own final third. Boubacar Kouyaté coming across. Tunisia with the man advantage now, the ball over the top, straight into the hands of Ibrahim Munkoro. What tactical genius can Mohamed Magasuba come up with here to try and get his team back into the match, I wonder. It's going to be an uphill battle for sure for the hosts. Sturdy challenge at the back there. Slitty picks up the ball just outside the area, but it's a slightly strange crossfield pass, and it's the substitute, Adama Traore. Looking pacey. Crossfield ball. Picks out another substitute, Janepo. Southampton winger cuts back inside. Bissouma. Janepo gives himself a throw from Ben Rumdane. Oof. Sliding challenge coming in from Zefedin Jaziri. Definitely going to be a booking. Took out Bissouma there. Other than the red card, that's the first booking of the match. Goal kick goes Tunisia's way. Tunisia can afford to be patient and build it up from the back now. That long ball forward didn't really go to plan from Chalili. Mali really with no choice but to go on the attack now. Genepo looking lively since coming on. Traore over on the far side as well. The two substitutes showing well in the opening few minutes here. Basuma wins a free kick in a handy-looking spot. Tunisia fought fire with fire so far in this game. It's been full-blooded, to say the least. No quarter asked for or given. Genepo looks like he's going to swing this one in left-footed. But Hedera up there with him. In fact, it's going to be Hedera instead. No one falls for the dummy. 5 men on the edge of the area. Then is it? Is Genepo who clips it in, headed away. Lofted back into the danger area. Picked up by Genepo on the edge of the box. Turns past one, turns into trouble. Nice footwork. Space now for Diaby. Genepo sweeps it in left-footed, but can't put his foot round it. It drifts out for a goal kick. Genepo happier on his right foot, isn't he? Tunisia played their way into trouble at the back a couple of times in the first half, got away with it. That was when it was 11 against 11. Ball chipped forward, looking for the runner. You wonder, though, with this Mali side, with Kone gone, where are the goals going to come from if they're going to get back into this game? They've got a bunch of attacking talents on there, but no real point at the sharp end. Space on that far side now, though. Sheikh Traore. Gaps opening up for Mali as they pour forwards now. Shot comes in just past the upright. What a strike! Well, Traore cutting onto his left foot there. Put his laces through it. Have a look at this one. Makes himself a yard or two of space. Hammers it. Not sure the keeper would have got to that one. It had been just a few inches to the left, to his left at least. Foul going against Mamadou Fofana, the Amiens centre-back, who's come on to replace the sent-off Moussa Sissoko. I beg your pardon, it was Boubacar Kouyaté. Sleety, shall we say, making a meal of that one slightly. Back underway, ball lofted in, headed away by Mali. Tunisia now with a man advantage. They can even afford to sit back if they want to. They don't need to commit men forward, invite the pressure on and pick off the 10 men of Mali on the break if they can. Or do they try and control possession and press Mali back? That does give, though, the Eagles a chance to fly on the counter-attack. They've got pace up there. Dama Traore, Diaby, Genepo. All got wheels. Picked up in midfield. Sleety Support on the overlap, back inside to Nsakni. Eventually the cross deflected behind for a corner. It'll be interesting to see just how many men Tunisia put forward into the box for this one. This will tell us a lot about their mindset for this second half. Remember, they do have the man advantage. 5 men up in and around the penalty spot at the moment. Naim Sliti to swing it in, right-footed. Well, looked like not the best of deliveries. Traore picks the ball up, gets the ball to Diaby. Goes past one, goes past two. Clothesline there by the number 4. And Gandry surely yellow carded. Yes, he is. 0 attempt to play the ball. Grabs Abdoulaye Diaby round the neck. Absolutely a yellow card. Jenepo looks to take on one man. Can't get past Dreger, who's had a very good return to the Eagles of Carthage side. The Nottingham Forest right back. Actually born in Germany. Starting his career with Freiburg just near the both Swiss and French borders. One of those smaller teams, a constant presence in the German Bundesliga. Punching above their weight again this season as well, on the verge of the European places in the German top flight. Kiarte brings the ball forward 30-40 yards from his own box, and then a poor pass straight out of play. Sadio Hadara, no chance of getting on the end of that one. Misplaced pass, shall we say. Foot in from Amadou Hadara. And the foul goes against Cheek Traore. Couldn't resist a little nibble from behind on Youssouf Msakni. Ball lofted in, but yeah, not too many Tunisian players making a chance on a run into the box as Adama Traore tries to get on the end of that long goal kick, but it eventually bounces out for a throw. Yeah, Tiraspol flyer was somewhat isolated there, even if he had managed to get control. Tunisia so far, well, the scoreline suggests they're not missing their captain, Wabi Kazri. The manner of play suggests that maybe they are, as Hedara picks up the ball on this near side. Jenepo nearly gives the ball away. Poked back towards the Tunisian box. Clear down the line. Sliti slows things down, keeps possession. Space on that far side now. The gap's opening up as Mali have to push forward. Msakni goes past Bissouma. The free kick goes against the Brighton man. Taken short, clipped into the box onto the near line, clipped back towards the penalty spot, headed away by Jenepo. Jenepo again. This is a good play from Mali. actually managed to clear the danger, and the ball eventually goes out for a Tunisia throw under pressure. Well, the Mali players know that simple long balls out of defence aren't really going to do much when they're a man down. The ball will just come straight back at them, and that looks like a cheeky little pop at goal. Mohamed Drega. This time, foul against Cheek Traoré. Cheek and Adama, cheek to cheek down that right flank for Mali in this second half. So 3 changes at the break. Tunisia, as we approach the hour mark, still 1 goal to the good. Moussa Sissoko with the own goal in the 36th minute, then a red card 3 minutes later. Quickly taken. There's a bit more urgency now about this Mali side as they consider some more changes as well. Foul goes against the Tunisians this time. Cheek Traoré to Adama Traoré. No way through, all the way back to the goalkeeper. Traoré this time, winning himself the foul. Just a little clip of the heels as he tried to turn from Aissa Ledouni. Certainly come on, tried some tricks, shown his pace. Made a real difference to this Mali side. Amadou Hedara, Rassemball Sport, Leipzig midfielder. Going to swing this one in, I think. Yves Bissouma comes over for a chat. Ball lofted into the far post, the keeper comes for it, doesn't get it, lofted back in, headed off the line. And a chance maybe here for Tunisia on the break. And Sakni weaves out of traffic. Mali seem to be back in their defensive shape now, and a ball down the line, unable to be picked up by Sliti. Here's another look. The keeper came, collided with his own player. I think it was Shalili. Headed off the line by Montasser Talbi. Oh, the keeper's gone down. Absorbing a few precious seconds from the clock. Minutes if you can do it. Bottles of water flying all over the place. Let's hope they remember to clear them off. Goalkeeper being helped to his feet by Bamlak Tsemo Wayesa. I think he's still complaining about not getting a free kick, but you can't get a free kick when you run into your own player. But we have seen them given. not today. Well, there's a fourth official with his substitutes board. Ball back in play. Mamadou Fofana, half-time substitute, one of three, along with Adama M. Traore. Oh, and some good footwork there from Boubacar Kouyaté. Took a couple of Tunisians out of the game. And the first change it's going to be for Tunisia, and it's going to be Zefedine Jaziri, who's been ploughing a lone furrow up front in this first half. Looks like Taha Yassine Khenisi is going to come on in his place. Picked up by Kuwait SC in January, having fallen out of contract with Esperance Tunis last summer. Now he finds himself in the heat of a World Cup qualifier here in Mali. Controlled in midfield. Jaziri hadn't really done much in the game. Could argue that he won the red card. So we didn't see a replay of that at the break, but as, all I can say is that perhaps if you want to make your own decision as to whether VAR could or should have overturned the referee's decision, maybe go to one of the many social media platforms where I'm sure copies of that video are already circulating. Make your own mind up. Space on this near side now. Dreger cuts inside onto his weaker left foot, shall we say, decides against the shot. Malou sees his cross blocked, and he's dispossessed then by Traore. And then Cheik Traore's attempted clearance is blocked out for a goal kick. Shalili hasn't really played much in the attacking third for Tunisia, but he's controlled the midfield well. Closed the gaps when he could, but now a chance for Traore to go forward, but then the free kick goes their way for a foul further back up the pitch. I don't think the Mali players will be happy about that. They obviously had the advantage there. Ball forward, easily dealt with, picked up in midfield by Hedara. Traore, great pace from Traore, bursts into the gear area, cuts the ball back, brilliant from Gandry, blocks the shot, and Tunisia here could have a chance on the counter-attack. There's Casey goes down, and Hedara there wants the referee to look for a handball from the shot that came in. Amadou Hedara, I think fair to say, doesn't look particularly convinced. Diaby. Let's have another look at the replay here. Great run from Traore. Chipped it back for Diaby. I think that ball clearly comes off his back. Midway through the first half, the action really heating up. Sorry, second half, action really heating up now Sleety chips the ball into the area, headed away. The foul goes against Tunisia. Gandry there, just being told to calm down. Can't touch the referee, especially when you're already on a yellow card. Cheeky from Nkoro there, told to go back as soon as the referee turns his head, chucks the ball forwards again. Both sides are doing it, so why not? Long ball forward. Looking for the runners, but it's just been allowed to go through to the keeper. Flops to the floor under no challenge whatsoever. Looks like Diaby's actually moved into a more central position now, playing as the only call really a false 9. Algeria, attacking midfielder, sometimes winger, not usually a striker, but needs must. It does kind of make sense. I don't think Ibrahima Kone was fully fit, even though he does offer their most direct goal threat. But with Traore, Diaby and Djenepo, they do have 3 attacking players with pace. Question is, can they tease Tunisia out of their shell in the last 20 minutes now? Try and make space. There is space here for Ben Rumdane. Chips the ball down the line, but it'll be easy for Fofana to deal with. Bissouma picks up the ball in midfield, crossfield ball. Hedara looks for the runner, but well cut out. And now this is the danger. If Tunisia choose to transition quickly. Oh, with the ball cut out in midfield, Hedara nearly getting a nibble on that one. They have been prone to making things complicated for themselves, Tunisia, in the first half. They got caught out a couple of times on the edge of their own area, playing the ball across their own defence. Space now, though, for Msakni. Turns. Hedara closes that space. 2 men on this near side. Naim Sleety cuts inside onto his left foot. And the shot, way over the bar from Youssef Msakni. Never looked in control of that one. Well, being a man short, it's difficult now really for Mali to play it through midfield. Well, possibility of a handball, nothing given. Hedara cuts inside, runs into trouble. Naim Sleety now goes past one, tackled by another. Diaby goes down under the challenge from Leidauni. Nothing given by the referee. Mali probing, pressing forward. They win a corner. Djenepo was lurking in behind there if Dreger didn't deal with that one. It's going to be Moussa Djenepo to take the corner as well. Now, how many men do Mali dare bring forward for this set piece? Whatever happens, they can't give up a second goal to have any hope in Tunis on Tuesday. Five men up there, half-decent delivery, headed away at the near post. Well dealt with. Ball chipped over the top, looking for Traore. No offside given. A throw won by the Sheriff Tiraspol player. As Yves Bissouma drives into the box. Went down in instalments there. The Brighton and Hove Albion midfielder. He was rather expecting a challenge to come in that never did, and the ball over the top nearly finds the run of Casey. Surely he was offside, he looked a mile off. Another corner one. For Mali. Here the fans trying to give them everything as Yenepo goes over to the far side. Six players up and around the Tunisian box for this corner. Comes in, headed away. Sedouni goes down holding his head. Well, there was contact with his head, it was the ball. I think the referee has called for a drinks break. 15 minutes left to play. Last chance for some instructions. There's Jalel Kadri just instructing his players to stay calm. I think at this stage now they'll take the 1-0 and maybe the chance to sneak a second on the break. As for Mali, well, do they press forward with 10 men now or try and do something with 11 men on the pitch on Tuesday night in Tunis? Not an enviable decision to be made there from Mohamed Magasuba. It was Moussa Yenepo early in the second half. So we look at a couple of the sweeter bits of action. What a hit that was from Traore, by the way. We'd love to see a camera angle from behind the goal on this one. It did not look far away, and the keeper was nowhere near it. A little bit of disorganisation there in the Tunisia defence as a long ball came in. Eventually cleared. Not before Beshir Ben Said, the keeper, the number 22, managed to drop the ball by colliding with his own player. Tunisia haven't really offered any attacking threat in this second half. At least not yet, but you wonder if Mali legs might get tired now as we go into the championship minutes, as you might call them. So hot here in Bamako. Playing more than half the game, a man down. Full commitment as well. It's going to be hard. Maybe some more fresh legs can be brought on in the last 10 minutes. As Tunisia play their way into trouble again at the back there. Yenepo couldn't quite find his feet. Well one in midfield. Bissouma looks up, looks for support. There's Traore over there on the right-hand side, but the ball goes too far in front. The Sheriff Tiraspol winger. Traoré. Traoré uses his strength, draws the foul from Ali Malul. Free kick even, taken quickly. And the crossfield ball, just a little bit too much juice on it for Masadio Hedara to take under control. Just 12 minutes plus a little bit of stoppages here in the second half for Mali to try and get something out of this home leg in this third and final round of African World Cup qualifying. Mali, the only side of the last 10 sides in qualifying to never have gone to a World Cup. This young and exciting side, so vibrant when on coming forwards, and the ball just over the head of one and clipped out for a corner. Well, Hedara, teasing ball here. Keeper couldn't come for it. Diaby couldn't quite get there. Well, they're committing numbers, big numbers forward now, Mali. Got to be a good delivery here. Beat the first man, it doesn't. Headed away by Kenisi. Ball looking for the run of Traoré, who tries to get round the back of Malul. And it's a corner given. It's been taken quickly too. Need numbers in the box though. Nothing there at the moment. Stabbed clear by Talbi. Slitty can't keep the ball in. Mali not hanging around with these free kicks and corners, are they? Ball whipped in, half-headed away. Mali putting everything now into these last 10 minutes. Kouyaté. Hedara. Still Hedara. Back to Bissouma. Bissouma looks up, finds Hedara. Seems to be playing a more forward role now, late in the game. Traoré, still Traoré. Crosses the ball in, headed away by Gandry. Picked up on the edge of the area by Hedara, chipped in by his namesake. Bissouma keeps possession for Mali. Probably the best bit of possession we've seen them in almost the entire game. Chipped forward, keeper comes for it, collides, and hooked over the bar. I think it was Adama Traoré. Keeper came for it, again collides with his own player. And Traoré just a little bit too much on it. Mind you, there were 3 players back to try and sweep that one off the line. Diaby there. Diaby rather, looked absolutely out on his feet, the number 18. As Tunisia bring the changes. Change as well. As Moussa Doumbia comes on. For Cheikh Traoré. Are we going to get those Tunisian substitutions now? what they're waiting for. Players look a bit nonplussed as well. The Tunisian substitutions are just not happening at the moment. The players are there waiting to come on. The fourth official is having trouble with his board. So Anis Ben Slimane was about to come on, but we'll have to wait another couple of moments now as the free kick goes at Mali's way. Ben Ramdane, a little bit over-eager. Now we do get the substitution. So, Youssouf Msakni comes off. Anis Ben Slimane comes on. Moutarda Benouane is also coming on, I think. Sliti coming off, he's done well down that wing. Benouane comes on. Substitutions just interrupt the flow of the game a little bit. Mali were just building up a head of steam there, despite being down to 10 men. Chipped over the top for the substitute, Kanisi to chase. Well played, though, by his fellow substitute, Fofana. Mali play their way out of trouble, but Souma now charges forward. Traoré using his pace. He's got the pace of everyone down there, hasn't he, the number 14? Just needs a little bit of end product. Mali not out of this game just yet. Tired bodies just need to be dragged through 5 minutes plus stoppages now. Try and get something out of the game. Hedara. Only a 4-day turnaround before the second leg on Tuesday. There'll be some tired legs, especially from the Mali squad. Souma drops deep. Souma looks a little bit tired as well, as the ball again chipped over for Traoré. And it'll be a corner. Not dealt with by the Tunisian defenders. It's Talbi this time. Noise in this packed stadium reaches fever pitch here. 3.5 minutes plus stoppages to go. The substitute Doumbia to take the corner, looks up, whips it in, headed away by Talbi, and the shot blocked from Hedara. Eventually hacked clear. Long ball kept in play. Well done from Traoré. Doumbia, Bissouma. Couldn't quite bring it down there, could Hedara, left back. It was an athletic attempt, though. Tunisia, though, holding out against the 10 men of Mali. Mali will be feeling hard done by after that red card, just after the own goal from Moussa Sissoko. Ball forward dealt with in the air. Oh, yeah, Nader Gandri, Jenepo, Hidara again. And a miscontrol from Mamadou Fofana, not the best of passes to be fair. It's been a little bit sloppy at times from this Mali squad. The good news, I suppose, is this is a young squad for Mali. Even if they don't make it through to the World Cup this time, maybe, just maybe, 4 years' time, there'll be another chance. Space here for Ben Ramdane. Oh, what a miscontrol from Drager. He's been out there the full 90 minutes. That's the Nottingham Forest right back. Looked like a tired miscontrol. Even the linesman there at the bottom of the screen is looking knackered. Nkora goes long. Headed away by Shalili. Lofted back in again. Good strength there, but Drager gets the ball away. Hidara. Jenepo. Doumbia. Back to Hidara again. Diaby teases a ball across. Athletic header clear, and then the volley over the bar. Amadou Hidara. The ball dropped invitingly. Couldn't quite keep himself over the top of it. A fifth and final substitution coming in now. As Saliou Guindo comes on. And Diaby has given it everything for this. Saliou Guindo, 25 years old, first time in the squad for a couple of years now. Plays in Albania with KF Laki. Plenty of goals this season, 12 in the Albanian top flight, the Abisnet Superior. He make a name for himself in the few minutes of added time at the end of this second half. Kanisi has gone down. Bissouma shrugs his shoulders. Foot was high. There's a yellow card for the high boot from Boubacar Kouyaté. Well, Kanisi is back on his feet. I think he's been told he has to go off for treatment, or is that the doctor being told to get off of the pitch instead? The stretcher obviously not needed. Ali Malou, the Al Ahly fullback, is going to tease this one in. Not many players to aim at here. Tunisia not wanting to venture too many men forward, but they still win the header. Nader Gandri, the centre-back, ghosting in at the back post, sprinting to get back into position now. Nearly 3 of the 5 minutes of added time played. Long ball forward, picked up in midfield by Tunisia. Hoofed over the top, nowhere, absolutely nowhere near a teammate. No, not even a pretense of keeping possession there for the Eagles of Carthage. Long ball into the area, too much on it though. straight out for a goal kick. And I think Bashir Ben Said will take his sweet time over this one. Towering header, one in midfield. Saliu, though, can't pick up the pieces. It's the substitutes doing the running. That was Doumbia, the number 7. I think everyone else has pretty much run themselves into the ground for the cause here for Mali. They've been the better team in this second half, despite being down to 10 men. Said is not going to take any risks with this one. Flicked on. Goes out for a Mali throw. Kiyate. Well, he's got 30 seconds. Hard to see how Mali can get anything out of the game now. Just a reminder, Tunisia haven't been beaten at home in a World Cup qualifier since 2008. And that's exactly what Mali are going to have to do now if they want to get anything out of this two-leg final round of World Cup qualifying. Last chance saloon. Mugoro lost the ball forward, his opposite number. Fists it out, hacked clear. Again, Said uncertain under the high ball. And that is very much that. Our referee brings a dramatic 90 minutes to a close, and it's Tunisia that have won the first leg of this World Cup qualifier 1-0. They'll take a 1-goal advantage back to Tunisia on Tuesday for the second leg. And the crowd here at the Stade de 26 Mars in Bamako disappointed with the result, but not from the effort, with the effort rather from their players. One supporter has made his way onto the pitch. Handshakes for the officials, at least from some. The Eagles from Carthage, well, they will be delighted with that. They managed the game in that second half. They didn't make any real chances of their own, to be perfectly honest, in that second half, but they didn't really need to either. There will be discussions over the crucial decision in that first half. Tunisia now with 1 foot in the 2022 World Cup.